Please practice the words on screen by pausing the video as it will be helpful in the dictation of this exercise. Be ready for the dictation. 5 seconds to go. Okay, let's start. With effect from the date of taking possession of the site, the allottee or his heirs and successors shall be liable to pay the taxes, fees and cesses payable in respect of the site and any building erected thereon, if the particulars furnished by the applicant in the prescribed application form or allotment of site are found incorrect or false. Subsequently, 12.5% of the site value shall be forfeited after the site is resumed by the board and the balance amount of site value refunded to the applicant. Rule 18 likewise speaks about restrictions, conditions and limitations on sale of sites, and we refer to the same restrictions, conditions and limitation on sales of sites. 1. Notwithstanding anything contained in A. These rules or any other rules, bylaws or order governing the allotment, grant or sale of sites by the board for construction of buildings, or second, any instrument executive in respect of any site allotted, granted or sold by the board for construction of buildings. The chairman may, at the request of the allottee, grantee or purchaser of a site, execute a deed of conveyance subject to the restrictions, conditions and limitations specified. Para. The conveyance by the chairman of a site in favor of an allottee, grantee or purchaser is a site shall be subject to the following restrictions, conditions and limitations, namely within bracket A, in the case of a site on which a building has not been constructed. 1. The purchaser shall construct a building on the site within such period as may be specified by the board as per plans, designs and conditions to be approved by the board or in conformity with the provisions of the City of Bangalore Municipal Corporation Act 1949 and the bylaws made thereunder. 2. The purchaser shall not, without the approval of the board, construct on the site any building other than a building for the construction of which the site was allotted, granted or sold. 3. The purchaser shall not alienate the site within a period of 10 years from the date of allotment except by mortgage in favor of the Government of India, the Government of Mysore, the Life Insurance Corporation of India or the Mysore Housing Board or any corporation set up, owned or controlled by the state government or the central government to secure monies advanced by. Para. In the case of a site on which a building has been constructed, the purchaser shall not alienate the site and the building constructed thereon within a period of 10 years from the date of allotment except within bracket A by mortgage in favor of the Government of India, the Government of Mysore, and the Life Insurance Corporation of India, or the Mysore Housing Board, or any cooperative societies approved by the board to secure monies advanced by such government or society for the construction of the building on the site, or within bracket B, with the previous approval of the board in within bracket C, in the event of the purchaser committing breach of any of the conditions in clause within bracket A or clause within bracket B, the board may at any time after giving the purchaser reasonable notice resume the site free from all encumbrances. The purchaser may remove all things which he has attached to the earth, provided he leaves the site in the state in which he received it, or transaction entered into the contravention of the conditions specified in clauses within bracket A and within bracket B shall be null and void ab initio. Para. Notwithstanding anything in sub rule 2, but without prejudice to the provisions of rule 17, where the lessee applies that for reasons beyond his control he is unable to reside in the city of Bangalore, or by reasons of his insolvency it is necessary for him to sell the site or site and the building, if any, he may have put up thereon. The Bangalore Development Authority may, with the previous approval of the state government, either A, require him to surrender the site where there is no building in its favor, or B, where there is a building put up, permit him to sell the vacant site and building, provided that first, in case covered by clause A, the Bangalore Development Authority shall pay to the lessee the allotted value of the site and an additional sum equal to the amount of interest at 12% per annum thereon, and in case covered by clause B, the lessee shall pay to the Bangalore Development Authority a sum equal to the amount of interest at 12% per annum on the allotted value of the site. Rule 19 dealt with voluntary surrender, and it read as follows: an allottee may at any time after allotment surrender the site allotted to him to the board. On such surrender, the board shall refund all amounts paid by the allottee to the board in respect of the said site. The rules did not apply to disposal of corner sites and commercial sites. Okay.